Hey everybody, welcome to part 2 of Team Chaotix's run through Sonic Heroes. And so in this part we're going to be taking on Casino Park and Rail Canyon. And all Charmy wants to do is have fun.
Where there's light, there's shadow. Careful.
And SBO is very cautious. So we got to collect 200 rings. We've been in their hard mode. It's 400. Now, this mission actually could be either really incredibly easy or incredibly annoying. Depends on your luck. You should have seen the previous footage that I had, where I was stuck on this specific table for like 3 to 5 minutes or so. It was really sad. Everything I did, it was like, yeah, no, we're just not gonna let you get off this table because reasons.
Maybe best to try it there.
Sometimes it's actually best when you're on these tables to actually swap between your members, especially if one of them ends up going to where you want to go. Like Vector, for example, there. So, like I mentioned before, with the Chaos Emeralds, I'm planning to collect them off screen. However, if I do run out of time, I'll just, unfortunately, and I don't really want to do this, but I will load up my previous file and will just, unfortunately, use it for the last story. As of this recording, I just finished recording Team Rose's playthrough, and so now I'm gonna try to be using Team Rose specifically to get all the emeralds. But yeah, for some reason, well, not for some reason, we all know the controls. We all know the controls for this game are wonky in the special stages. And yes, Vector was just about to come back onto the table. However, going in there actually did help us out a lot, so... because everything needs rings. Apparently I have Mario on the mind. And there we go. This stage is essentially done. And then we warp to another table just to do our victory pose. Ooh, an A rank. Makes up for the previous footage where this and the next couple of stages were E ranks. Ugh, that was bad. Made me look like a chump rather than a veteran of these games. So now we gotta collect discs. I'm not too sure exactly how many are actually in this stage. There might actually just be enough discs in the stage for you to do hard mode. Don't quote me on that because I haven't done hard mode since I was much younger. And then there's super hard mode, which is just really a playthrough of Team Sonic through all the stages, but harder. Alright, so yeah, when you see those egg pawns, those ones are actually immune to damage. You got to bring them down and then use the power character. So they're not immune to damage, but characters like SBO. So characters like SBO and Sonic cannot harm them. I'm not too sure what the point of that was, because I feel like you're supposed to actually go literally all the way across. Maybe my game's just rigged. Well, normally I'd say that, but even in the previous run, it did the exact same thing. So, and SPO now has a headache. Victor, I think you gotta do the rest of the mission without me. I gotta lie down for a bit. Nonsense. SPO, just roll it off.
Here we go.
And do you have anything to add to this conversation? Charmy. No! Too busy rolling around. So yeah, this table also just it just sucks. Like, did I just phase through that flipper? I think I did. Well, if I did, cool. If not, well, great. And that's another one. Like I mentioned to you before, those gold egg pawns, if they capture you and if you don't take them out right away, they will leave with with whomever they caught. However, they won't be permanently gone like the way they make it sound when they talk about them. You could get them back if you use your team blast.
Here we go.
Whee! Roll down here.
I'll take the lead.
Discover that Charmy somehow wound up back at the beginning. And then bounce. Whoa, okay. Bounce all over the place. Where are you, Charmy? I want it back at the beginning. Get your ass over here.
Here we go.
And so yeah, you definitely want to try to land on these. I guess they're bumpers, because they're, yeah, like as you saw, there's a disc up here too. We're just supposed to collect discs. We're not told exactly what the discs are for, what they do, what's on them. Just, you know, collect discs. Guy behind the walkie-talkie, you have weird requests. More bingo, everybody.
Proceed with caution and be careful not to fall.
Ah, oh, missed one of the discs. Oh well. Yeah, well, whatever, we're done. And we hopefully never have to come back here again. That's not true. This level, even though it's shorter with Amy Rose, the tables are still a pain in the ass, so getting Emerald 3 is annoying. It sucks. Hey, Eggman, how's it going?
You've made quite a mess here. I'll accept your apologies and payment with your life. Want some? Come and get it. On guard.
Well, see, now that you just threatened us, now we're not going to apologize. Charmy, get him. I know, Charmy, I don't mean the egg pawns. I literally mean go and get Eggman. You can fly forever.
Smash them all.
Whoa.
I'll take the lead.
Let's go.
I wonder if that's true for all the teams. Get no a barrier from that this triple bounce pad.
Behold, ninja power.
Yeah, the flying characters are stupid good for these gauntlet boss fights. Like, stupid good. I find Cream to be the best of the bunch because she can technically send out 3 people because she can send out Cheese, who is kind of like a screen nuke, as long as all the enemies are in proximity of him. Like I was playing Sonic Advance 2, I was used to Cream just sending Cheese out and he'd go and hit one enemy. And then when I was using him when I was younger in this game and sent him out in this specific boss fight, I'm surrounded, and then yeah, Cheese just flew around and took all the enemies out. Ow. Rude. Get away from me. Now, those silver egg pawns, it's not that they're not it's not that they're not as bad as the gold equivalent. However, if 3 of them were to catch your characters, you would lose a life. Woo, we finally got that stupid plane. Stupid badniks. Wait, badniks? Yeah, screw it, they might as well be. Eggman did build them. No, they're actually egg pawns.
Time to give up.
You're finished!
That was smash them all. This is only the beginning. Ready anytime.
See, if you take out the gold one, the others all go boom. Don't get too excited, boys. Those are the easy ones.
Roger.
Oh, they were now, were they? Alright.
Such a disorder.
Are you sure they were the easy ones, or were they the inconvenient one? The inconvenience ones. Rail Canyon.
This has gotta be Eggman's thing.
I appreciate that in this game, everyone just conveniently knows how to grind.
Alright, let me take point.
Can you imagine if one of your team members in any of the teams just did not know how? So, your Rail Canyon is essentially, yeah, get to the end of the... is another stage where, yeah, essentially the mission is get to the end of the stage. Kind of like Ocean Palace, where the one singular Chow was the end of the stage. Dope. Sweet. Safe! I can't believe I managed to land on that... on the rail without Charmy's help. Lame. I wanted those colorful rings. Whee! rings.
Quite a base.
Awesome!
They spared no expense here.
Yeah, throughout this entire playthrough, I find it's probably a good idea to level up the flight guy first. Just because they can stun enemies, and if they have higher levels, they can also destroy them.
Here we go!
Except for the enemies that were obvious that you can't destroy with the flying guys, like the big guys with the hammers, or the guys, or any of the egg pawns with the metal shields. Jeremy, why'd you fall? You could fly forever.
They destroyed the rail. They must be really desperate. Whoa, not bad.
I'll take the lead!
Yeah, so we go here. I'm sort of considering the idea that maybe we should have just done Team Sonic and Team Chaotix, because Team Sonic plays like the other three, and Team Chaotix has their mission-based settings.
Oh no! Here comes the train!
But oh well. Want to make this Let's Play at least good for all of you.
I'll take the lead!
Let's go.
Gotta break these barrels.
Here we go.
I'll take the lead!
Okay.
Let's go.
I'll take the lead!
Charmy is now strong enough to take out enemies. And Vector still has no level ups, no power cores. Hey, Israel, look, I managed to land on the rail. That's some fine work. That's some fine work there, boss. It looked like I should not have landed on that, but I'm glad I did. I know in my luck, what would have happened is that if I was actually on target for the rail, I would have gone right through it. Yeah, I have to say, my opinions of this game have definitely changed throughout this Let's Play. It's definitely still not a bad game, but it's definitely not as fondly remembered as I remember. So there was definitely a reason why I hadn't really done a full playthrough of the game since that time I helped my friend out.
Here we go!
Jeez.
Here we go!
And that's why I like to grind on with the flying types. Jeez, come on. I made a dumb mistake here. I'm aware of the enemy, but I just completely ignored him. He's right there past me.
It's making me dizzy.
Oh well. So this time I took in the literal sense, destroy every enemy. So, let's go and do just that. Now that we're here, I'm like, well, what the hell? I was all like, well, what the hell? Because I wasn't paying attention to the rhino there, and then it's like, oh. And there we go. Take it from me, everyone. This is a mess. Take this message from me. We can things can go by smoother if we just pay attention, huh? And yes, we're at the end of this stage now. Whee! Ah! Wouldn't it be funny if Espio went and like did the face, gave that fence a face high five, despite the fact it's a barbed fence, but I'm running with the what would be essentially the invisible wall. Okay, yeah, we'll take that C rank. Why not? Oh, that's right. We have that key, and we did not get touched. What can I say about this stage? Or what can I say about this? It sucks. However, on the bright side, we want more lives. All of the Act 1 stages are pretty good as long as you know how to complete. As long as you know you're good enough to complete them. I definitely think I should have practiced Sonic Heroes before recording all of these. But I'm also glad that I didn't, because I think it's a bit more interesting to see a person who's played these games since he was much younger be rusty.
I'll take the lead.
Let's go.
Feel me impressed that we still have 51 seconds, 52 seconds, 51 seconds, 52, 51, 54, 53, 52, 51. Okay, I'll stop. And we have a neutral Chao and a devil Chao. Or a neutral Chao and a dark Chao, if you prefer. Now here to aid us once again by throwing us more orbs that some of them we keep screwing up on grabbing. They also like to throw us spiked bombs. Jerks. Must be the work of the Dark Chao. Must think he's pulling a prank on us or something. This crap like what you're seeing right now is why I'm considering, if I run out of time, I'm just going to load up my old file and do the last story from there. Like I said, I don't really want to, but I will if I have to.
Roger.
Boot 3 extra lives. Now we're on to Bullet Station. At least it's not a bullet hell. Like Sonic Frontiers last boss, am I right?
Here we go.
Let's go. Here we go.
So we gotta destroy. The mission here is we gotta destroy all these capsules. Yes, there were some below, but I'm a stubborn fool who likes to take the route I enjoy taking just to save a bit of time, even though time is almost irrelevant in this case. Almost. I'll take that. Oh, Vector. I'm guessing Vector, between the classic era and the modern era, at some point he traded in his Walkman in for that gold chain.
Let me take the lead. I think I can use that pole to go up.
But he's also, in the classic games, one of the more unique ones when he jumps or does a spin dash, because he doesn't become a full ball. He's like... He's more like a... He's more like a tire. Yeah, him and Espio are probably the most unique in that game in terms of their spin dashes and jumping animations.
Let's go.
Not Charmy though, because he doesn't really have a jump animation. He just flies as he sees fit. Well, no, actually, no, that's not true. I believe he has a jump animation in the special stages. Yeah, like before, these gaps here, I recommend being the flying character and just do what I did.
This has to be the giant cannon's internal mechanism.
All right. This is fun.
Don't touch anything, Tommy.
Espio, you were late. Or would it be more like, Espio, you were late! You know, Vector apparently has two different voices that sound different depending on what's going on. And yes, everyone, you could say does, but what I mean by that is he sounds way different when he's depending on who he's talking to, what he's talking about. Like when he's angry, annoyed, or explaining something.
Let's see what's up there.
I swear in the cutscene before they fight Team Dark, when he asks Espio what's up, and then when he's talking to Amy, as you'll see later on, spoiler alert for those of you who do not know, yeah, his voice sounds way different. Well, not way, but it sounds different. And then, yeah, in the beginning of the game, it sounds even different from that. I don't know, maybe perhaps I'm just weird, but I've had a few others mention that yeah, no, Vector's voice sounds different depending on what's going on. Charmy too, actually. But not nearly to the level of Vector. Alright, so yeah, here we are. We're in the terminal again. Which I think for the most part just goes around in a circle. Just around and around and around and around and around and around. Okay, I'll stop. Cause yeah. And then you hit this thing and all of a sudden it'll like All of a sudden, here, look, we're out. When I was younger, I used to think when you hit those things, it's like teleporting you or something, along with the explosion, but I'm not so sure. It's like when we just hit it and all of a sudden explodes and our cylinder, our tunnels, decides to suddenly stop being a tunnel. I don't know why in that specific part, they like to try to make the controls a little jank. Does anyone know? You missed one. Oh. Okay, so you hit the switch, it lowers the barrier. You could just, but why am I missing? Does it open something else I'm not aware of? Because you can just carry on with Espio, or go through the wall and then immediately switch back to one of your other guys, and they just warp right to you. That sucked. In some ways, I actually regret coming to do this Let's Play, but I knew I had to because, like I mentioned, definitely my opinions have changed about this game. Don't get me wrong, I like the gimmick, like the team gimmick. Alright, we need Charmy again.
Here we go.
Let's go. Okay, let's go.
No, this part sucks, because as you're about to see, I kind of second guess myself. Oh, I know, never mind, I got it. Landed in the wrong spot on the wall. We're falling! And really, I did not know that. I thought we were flying.
Here we go.
Let's go.
I'll take you.
I have to double check, but I think of the three here, even though they didn't get much changes compared to their classic appearances, I think Vector got the most changes compared to Espio and Charmy, though I could be definitely wrong about that. I don't even think, actually no, I don't even think Charmy's got any changes, maybe. Not counting eye color. Sweet, we're through that level. Because for this run specifically, screw that stage. I'll take the E rank though. I'm only saying screw that stage because of that one death. The one that Vector led.
That must be. What do we do now?
What do we do now? Well, Dr. Eggman's weapons are secretly aboard the ship. Destroy it before it reaches the canyon.
Piece of cake. Ready, old cannon. Open.
The Egg Albatross.
Looks pretty tough.
Trying to figure out how you go from a hawk to an albatross to a dragoon, but is it because all two can fly and one can jump? Question mark. So then or jump like he is flying? Question mark. It kind of sucks at this boss fight because you've like no control over the homing attack when you're attacking this part of the egg hawk, and that part doesn't take any damage. And the worst part is all that happened, and we were, yeah, and it was like down to like 1 health. Boom, boom. That's what those bombs, those purple, those purple egg bombs sound like. It'd be kind of cool if our explosions could hurt other enemies, but whatever. I actually think in all the Sonic games, only the explosions in Shadow the Hedgehog caused by whomever can hurt everybody. Take that, Eggman. Ow. Okay, fine. We'll let you have that. This isn't the end. Oh wait, oops. You'll pay for this. Damn it. Damn it, me. Know your game's dialogue.
Target destroyed. Good job, boys. Guess that Eggman was a fake after all.
Well, what do you mean you guess? Look at it. Well, I'm trying to figure out exactly, ignoring Eggman and escaping, how that Eggman behind them was talking.
Strangely enough, I had the same weird feeling about our client's real identity. It could be you know who.
You mean Voldemort?